What's up, YouTube? I'm Petey. You back with another episode with Picks with Petey. The day is November the 2nd, 2019. I'm about to give you all my NBA predictions for today's games. But first, I went 3 out of 4 on last night games, I should say. The Jazz blew me up. I would have had all smoke, but got smoked. But LeBron and them covered the 1.5. The Spurs won by the 7 against the Warriors. The Bucks won by the 4.5, with more than the 4.5 against the Magic, and that was the 3 games that I won. The Jazz was the only game that messed me up. They ended up losing by 1, but I'm about to give you all my predictions for today's games. First game for my prediction would be the Brooklyn Nets. They played last night and they won against the Rockets last night. They playing against the Pistons for the night. They saying the Nets is gonna win by 1.5. The over/under for the game is 224. I like the Pistons to cover that 1.5 because I feel as though the Pistons is gonna win. Next is Toronto Raptors versus Milwaukee Bucks. They saying the Bucks is gonna win by 5. The over/under for the game is 225. I like the over for the game to go over 225. My third game is the Phoenix Suns versus the Memphis Grizzlies. They saying the Suns is gonna beat the Grizzlies by 2. The over/under for the game is 221.5. I like the Grizzlies to cover that too because I feel as though they're a better team. Plus, I like I always mess his last name, however you say his name, Jay Morant. I like him. I like them and the Grizzlies to cover that 2.5 because I feel as though they're going to win. And then the fourth game is the 76ers versus the Trailblazers. They saying the Portland is going to beat the 76ers by 1.5. The over/under for the game is 221.5. I like the over for the 221.5. Then I like the Warriors are playing the Hornets. They saying the Warriors are going to lose to the Hornets by 3. I think the Warriors are going to cover that 3. The over/under for the game is 224. So I'm taking the Warriors to cover the 3 against the Hornets. Last game is the Washington Wizards versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. They saying the Wizards are going to beat the Timberwolves by 2. Plus, if you don't know, Karl Anthony Towns is out. So I'm going to take that 2 for the Wizards to win. And the over/under for the game is 226.5. And those are the picks I'm going to choose again. I'm going to go one more time. The Wizards for the 2. The 76ers versus the Portland, over 221.5. The Warriors to cover the 3. The Grizzlies to cover the 2 against the Suns. The Bucks and the Raptors game to go over 225.5. Then the Nets to cover the 1.5. The Pistons to cover the 1.5 against the Nets. And there you go, another episode with Picks with Petey. Get money, stay humble. See you next time. Oh yeah, and the first game come on at 5, but I ain't give you that pick. That's the Pelicans versus the Thunders. But I see you next time.